welcome back to Marina Bay, everybody. It's now part 2 of our drivers' press conference. Closest to me, Yuki Tsunoda. Then we have Max Verstappen and Lance Stroll. Why don't we start with the reigning world champion, Max? I hope you're in good form. How are things? Good?
All good. Yeah.
Excellent. Now, look, Marina Bay was a bit of a bogey track for Red Bull last year. You qualified 11th, you finished 6th. How confident are you that it's going to be better this time around?
Well, I mean, I know that it's not going to be our easiest weekend, just straight up. But, of course, you analyzed the race that you did last year, a few things that could have, been done better. That's all we'll try to do this weekend. But, yeah, I don't expect it, of course, suddenly to be one of our strongest weekends. But I just hope that what we did in Baku already, it stabilized the car a bit more. That was positive. And hopefully we can just build on that and see around here. I mean, of course, around here normally it's a bit more bumpy than Baku, but hopefully the car can take it.
More bumpy than Baku, but how much of a good testing track was Baku ahead of this race?
I think it was good enough to see a few things on the car, and hopefully you can just work from there.
And what were the issues last weekend that you think might repeat themselves here?
Just our car generally is not very good on bumps and curbs, and that's of course what you have around here. So we need to try and stabilize that a bit.
Can we put a number on it? I mean, you didn't quite make Q3 last year. Are you confident that you can at least do that this time around?
I would hope so, yeah. But I mean, putting a number on it, I don't know even where to start. But I'm confident that we can do a better job than last year. But at the same time, of course, also the competition has improved quite a bit naturally. Definitely, I'm definitely targeting Q3, but let's see where we end up.
All right, look, there have been some structural changes within Red Bull that have been announced recently, one of which involves your race engineer, GP. Is it a concern to you that he's taking on more responsibility? Will it somehow take away from the work that you two do together in the garage?
No, it doesn't. I mean, he already did more than just being my race engineer anyway. So I think, it's well thought about and basically spreading a bit the workload. So for me, that's fine.
Look, final one from me. Can we talk about the championship? There's 7 races to go. The gap's 59 points. Are you mentally preparing for a fight to the wire? Or do you think Red Bull's going to get its mojo back when we go back to permanent racetracks like Austin?
So I'm mentally preparing. I just want to make the car faster and better balanced. If I manage to do that with the team, then I know that we can be very competitive again. And that's the only thing that I can do. I mean, there's no secret to that. We just need to find a bit more performance and just make our lives a bit easier.
All right, Max, thanks for that. Good luck this weekend. Yuki, can we come to you now? If you didn't have bad luck, you'd have no luck at all at the minute, Yuki. Look, what's your headspace coming into Singapore after a couple of frustrating races? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think, anyway, the races, even I have good races, I still able to reset. So, yeah, I mean, last 2 races is the things that I want to, it's not the way I wanted to finish, obviously. But, I mean, I like Singapore track. So I'm trying to think positive way, There's a nice foods here, exciting track. It's going to be, anyway, very tough, physical, demanding race ahead of us. So, I'm still motivated and, aiming for high.
Well, you haven't done many laps with the upgrades yet due to the various issues you've had in the races, but have you done enough to know that they're a step forward, and do you think they will have a positive effect on the car here?
Yeah, definitely. From I think new floor what we introduced in Monza, for sure it will still work here. I think it's more, works well in mostly in slow speed, like we done in Azerbaijan and Singapore. I think still need to look into more to Monza, for example. What I had, definitely I felt not really fully comfortable, then more towards like high-speed corners. So I'm not sure it will work, for example, in other tracks, but I feel definitely positive in Baku. And if you ask me, okay, now what are you gonna choose between new floor or old floor in Monza? If I'm going again, I'm not sure yet, to be honest. And probably I'll stick with the other floor maybe.
Okay. Can we talk teammates now? There's a lot of speculation surrounding Daniel Ricciardo's future at VCARB. Do you get any say as to who your teammate is, and who would you like to be your teammate going forward?
No, of course not. I can't say anything. I mean, I don't really. I don't know. To be honest, it's just like speculation. I'm not sure anything. I don't know anything about it. So yeah, it's up to them. It's not up to me at all. I just have to focus to what I can do. Yeah.
Can we focus on the incumbent, Daniel? What have you learned from him in the last 12 months or so?
I definitely respect him a lot, especially like the things he have is the things I don't have. So especially like emotional control and like how he's able to like consistently being consistent to the team. I would say I'm a bit more probably emotional. For example, like if I have bad session, whatever. Yeah. For example, the quality of the feedback might be a little bit worse than usual, but he's very consistent, and I think he understood more about the car. Well, he understood more about the situation and what things it will give positive to the teams exactly. So I learned a lot of things from him, and I'm still learning about that. And those things I'm definitely respecting.
All right, thank you for that, Yuki. And Lance, if we could come to you now. Like Yuki, you've had a rough run in the last few races. Can we talk about the performance of the Aston Martin since the summer break? Do you feel relative to the opposition it's dropped a bit?
I mean, compared to the beginning of the season, yes. I think we were, comfortably the best of the rest at the beginning of the year. I think the last few weekends we've been on the back foot, but looking forward to Singapore this weekend, see what we can do.
And after I don't know what we call it, the collision with Yuki in Baku at the weekend, did the race turn into something of a test session for you? And did you learn anything about the performance of the car there that can help you here?
Yeah, I mean, it was never really going to turn into much after the lap 1 incident. Unfortunately, it was one of those races where, just kind of hoping for something to happen, maybe some safety cars get back in the mix. But we circulated unfortunate end to the weekend. But like I said, looking forward to Singapore.
Well, let's look at some positives now. The first time you've been in the FIA press conference since the announcement that Adrian Newey is joining the team next year. What aspect of working with Adrian are you most looking forward to?
Just working with Adrian. He's the most successful person to build cars in the history of the sport, and I think it's just a very exciting chapter for Aston Martin. Not only Adrian, but other people that are coming on board. I think we're growing into a team that is setting up for a very bright future, and it's very exciting.
Lance, as you say, the team is growing rapidly. How important is it to have a guy like Adrian who has, 40 years of experience in Formula One? How important is that to help guide all of the new people at the team?
Yeah, very important. I think it's important that, we have a leader and we have direction on what we're doing, and, a vision and a structure that, gets us to another level, and that's what we're in the process of doing.
All right, look, final one from me, Lance. You didn't get to race here last year after the crash in quali. Just how much are you looking forward to getting back out there around the Marina Bay track?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. It's a great track. I always enjoy coming back here. Aside from lap 55, 60 of the race, I think it gets pretty hot in there. But it's a great track. It's, like all the street circuits, a good challenge, close to the walls. Very intense in the cockpit. So looking forward to it.
All right, best of luck to you this weekend as well. Right, let's open this to the broadcasters now. Who's first, please? Yeah.
Hello, this is Roldan Rodriguez from DAZN Spain. A question to Max. Last weekend, for the first time of the season, your teammate was in front of you in qualifying, and then in the race and until the crash. I would like to understand, as you guys watch all the telemetry, where he was faster or adapting better to the car, at least in qualifying.
I don't know, man. Different setup. So as soon as I went into qualifying, I knew the car was... Yeah, I tried to optimize the car all the time, and this time it didn't work out, so I knew that I was stuck with it. And then you tried to optimize it. But also, of course, my run one in Q3, that would have been enough for P3 in qualifying, hurt me. And you start in the back of the top group. The balance was, of course, not there in the race. Then you get stuck behind two cars in the middle of the race. So you kill your tires. So, basically everything just went wrong from qualifying. And because the rules, of course, don't allow you to change anything on the car. You're stuck with it, and that's what happened.
All right. Thank you, Max. Let's watch our language going forward. Crofty, you next.
David Croft, Sky Sports F1. Question to all three drivers. Lance, you've got a close relationship with Daniel Ricciardo. Max and Yuki, you have too, and were former teammates. Does Daniel Ricciardo deserve to stay in Formula One for next year?
Max, why don't we start with you?
Daniel's a great guy. I think he has proven himself as a great Formula One driver. He's a friend of mine, and I think in general, always being in this kind of position is never nice. But at the other hand, also, I don't think he has to feel sorry for himself. Sometimes, things maybe don't work out the way you want them in certain stages of your career, but you still have achieved a lot, more than anyone could ever dream of in their lives. So even if this is, let's say, the last race or whatever, you can still look back at something amazing that not many people can achieve, and do something else maybe in life also. Why not? There are many more other race series or not. Maybe just chill back at the farm, have a lot of fun. He's a great guy, so for me, it doesn't really matter or not if you deserve to be here. A lot of people deserve to be here. Some don't deserve to be here. That's life also, in all kinds of sport. That's how it goes.
Yuki?
Yeah, I think same as Max. Yeah, like I said previously, I respect him a lot. We see how it goes, but I like him. Obviously, we all want to see him racing as well. It doesn't matter deserve or not, but the thing is we want to see. Like Max said, he achieved a lot of things as well at the same time. So let's see.
Thanks, Lance.
Yeah, I think most of it was said. Wherever he goes, if it's in this sport or outside of it, whatever the future holds, just wish him all the best.
All right, thank you to all three. Next one,
Laurent Dupin, Canal Plus. Question for Max. McLaren is the only team having both drivers with 2 wins this season. Do you feel they are the strongest lineup, and do you feel that Oscar is overperforming for a second year in Formula One?
Yeah, for sure. Oscar's doing a great job. Being in your second year, you're still learning a lot about Formula One and in general. Just he's doing a fantastic job also lately. He's really scoring the points also for the team. And they at the moment are very strong as a team. So it's now up to us to try and make it a bit more difficult for them generally, I think. But that starts with ourselves. We have to be better and make the car faster. And that's what we are working on. But for sure, from Oscar's side, he's having a great run now.
Thank you, Max. All right, Diego, yeah.
Diego Mejia, Fox Sports Mexico for Max. Following up on Crofty's question, I mean, Daniel was a good benchmark for you in your Red Bull days as teammates. Are you surprised that he hasn't been able to make quite the impact back in the Red Bull fold?
It's again very difficult to comment on these things because you cannot look within the team as well, right? I mean, okay, from the outside, maybe people always expect more or wish for more. It's just very tough, you know, in the midfield, I would say, you know, to have a great run of form also, but yeah, it's I don't know, like it's just. I guess everyone hopes for more. I think also himself, right? You always want to be better, literally. Every year you want to become a better driver, and sometimes that works a bit better than other years.